Hey, what is up, guys? It is your girl, Coach LeighAnn, down here at AM Fitness in Plainville. Today, I am bringing you inside of one of my workouts. So currently, I have been a fan of unilateral training as opposed to bilateral. So we're talking about single arm, single leg, things like that to make sure that we're training both sides evenly. So I'm a huge fan of the in-body scanner. Hintity hint hint. So every time I do a scan, it always tells me that my left side is significantly stronger than my right. And this is something that I know that I need to work on. So I've been integrating single arm, single leg training into my programs for a little while now to try to get better. So the exercise that I've been using a lot recently is a staggered stance squat. So it forces me to use one leg and not compensate by using the other. So I could do a bilateral squat all day long if I had both feet on the ground and I was squatting, all good. But what I know in the back of my head is that my left leg is doing the majority of the work and my right leg is not getting as much work done. So what I need to do is train both legs separately so that at the end of the day I know that both legs carried the same volume of weight, that they did the same number of reps, they lifted the same amount of weight, and I know that I didn't just let my left leg do all the work for me. So to show you what I'm talking about, and I'm even going to use a line here so that I can kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. If I start with both of my heels on the line, this would be my bilateral stance. I have both of my feet on the ground. If I were to just kick one foot back so that the ball of my foot is now on this line, now I have that single leg staggered stance, that unilateral stance, that is going to force me to use one leg over the other. So when I'm here, I have the kettlebell on that line too, so it's right between my heels, so the weight is directly below me. It's right below my center of gravity, and it's going to force me to use my quads as much as humanly possible. So I'm going to sit into my squat. Eyes are up, chest is up, nice and tall. I'm using a deficit here, so I'm going to start with the kettlebell on the ground. Stand up, squeeze, put it back down on the ground. Everything resets. Stand it back up, and continue on. So rather than showing you an entire set, that's just a glimpse of what I would do. So I would do both legs to make sure, again, that both legs are getting the amount of work that they need. And thereby, at the end of this workout, I know that both of my legs got the same amount of work done, and I know confidently that I didn't just use my left leg to do all the work for me. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any one of your coaches, or ask me why it is that I do this if you want me to explain it to you in person. Otherwise, we'll see you at your next session.